generations. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome Mr. Burning Spear. Welcome to Zambia.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let me tell you a bit about me. I think you've been told a lot about other people that you're meeting. So I got introduced to your music from my elder brother. He was a proper Rastafarian, only without dreads because my dad wouldn't have that. But he loved his reggae. And also had a late brother, also a late cousin called Gift. And the songs that I really liked are Identity. That I think resonated with me. I think that it really speaks to what as Africans we should become. We should be proud of who we are. So that one I really liked. But also Make We Do It is a fun song for me. I know that you've got a host of songs and I think you've got a huge following as well. But just to say that Zambia, believe me, is one of those that really has resonated with your music. And I'll tell you one of the reasons, and you're going to meet some of the gentlemen that have made sure that your music and reggae in particular keeps burning in, to borrow your name, in Zambia, and that is Michael Zulu and Jack Burning Youth. You'll be meeting them. I'm sure you met them already, but you'll be meeting them again here on the set. But let's get with you quickly. Just find out a bit about your childhood, you know, because I'm wondering whether, as you were growing up, you were wanting to be a musician, or what was your earlier childhood like?
I wasn't thinking about music, and I wasn't like thinking that sometime I will be a musician,
okay,
an artist, a singer. You know, I wasn't trying to sing, you know, and maybe if somebody did ask me if I want to sing, I would say no. It just happened. You know, I think it was ordained for I to be who I is today. And after I realized that it was ordained, I give in to it and start to do it. You know, it's like my first song, it came to me when I was on the beach, you know, once called Key Largo Beach in my town. And I find myself just playing. I used to do renovating, take clean clothes and stuff like that. So by doing my work, here comes the vibes, you know, and the first song were called Door Peep. You know, and after having this song and not doing anything with it, I decided to go in the opposite part of the parish of St. Ann, where Iman is from, Marcus Garvey is from, and Bob Marley is from. So I met Bob.
Let's talk about that, though.
From reasoning to reasoning, you know, I asked Bob, oh, can I get started in the music business? And Bob replied and asked me how much I know Kingston. So I said, not that much. And Bob said, go to 13 Brentford Road and tell Mr. Dad I send you. And I follow Bob's instruction, and I've been there.
But had he listened to your music at the time you were talking to him? Did he listen to your music?
Who, Bob?
Yeah.
No, Bob didn't listen to anything. Bob was going to his cultivation, and we were in the area, you know. So I went to Studio One like on a Sunday, and I sing my song, Door Peep Shall Not Enter This Holy Land. Mr. Dad told me to come back on a Monday, and I went back on the Monday and I recorded the song. And that's how everything gets started with Burning Spear.
Okay. All right. Now, your music is well, maybe just to put it political. You seem to sing a lot about Africa, about you know, wanting people to be liberated. How was that engraved in you? I know that you also followed Marcus Garvey.
I'm not sure if my works is political. My works is all about the people. And when I open my mouth and I sing my song, I'm not singing for me. I'm singing for the people. So it's what came to I present to the people. Of course, some people might see it as a political approach or a political song or music or whatsoever. But my works is all about the people. And the people come first in everything. Maybe some leaders or people don't think that the people should be first. I present the people first through my music. For without the people, there will be no leaders.
True.
For the people came whosoever as a leader. For that's the people. Of course, many leaders don't care about the people, no disrespect, even though the people cause them to be who they is. You know, so this is my direction from beginning until this time. What I do is all about the people, for it's one people. I sing the song, One People, it go back to the tour called One People, 2024. So these are the things what I really present, or these are the things what what I sing, that's me. That's me. So I couldn't be nothing else away from what I hear through the music. It's like I will be singing song, and the song I will be singing, it's not for special people or individual people, but then again, the truth come within the song. Is like I would say, one people. One people is universal. So within my works, presenting the music to the people, I see Africa as one of the biggest thing with throughout my music. I would say one Africa, Mama, originally is one Africa. So let's not look on East, West, North, or South Africa and look at it as a separation. It's not no separation, it's one. And it carried me back to the first time Africa was invaded, which at that time, none of us wasn't born at that time, And from that time when Africa was invaded, that's when we start to feel our pain. So what I'm saying, if Africa didn't invade, we would not feel any pain, So that's the way it is with Burning Spear singing or creating a song. It's all about the people. It's like I would say, don't look back on your losses, Africa. Don't look back now. Only if we come together, we can gain more than what we lost. For Africa been losing a lot over the past years. And Africa been through various leaders, and today I am pleased and I am proud to see Africa still standing strong. And the strength of Africa today is the up and coming generation. For they coming up to set a strong foundation. So many things that take place many hundred years ago, it's their duty to make sure that will never happen again in Africa.
We tend to hear a lot of Marcus Garvey being talked about in reggae music especially, and I know that you've got a song to that effect. What was his role for those that might not understand? Why is he very important?
Marcus Garvey?
Yeah.
He's the original teacher. Marcus Garvey speak about Africa, possible more than Africa speak about Africa. It's a serious thing.
Yeah.
When Marcus Garvey spread the words about Africa. Marcus Garvey opened our knowledge about Africa. Marcus Garvey tell us about Africa. So Marcus Garvey is more than the name Marcus Garvey. Look at his works, what he have done. Well, remember, Marcus Garvey said, we declare to the world Africa must be free. Maybe in Africa, no one not seen that. Maybe in Africa, no one not saying Africa, declare to the world that Africa must be free. But outside Africa, here comes Marcus Garvey as a Jamaican, African Jamaican. So he opened his mouth and he say today, still live until from that time until this time. For his words come to pass in all different ways and form. Marcus Garvey words come to pass.
All right. Which are some of the artists that the big icons like Peter Tosh and them, just give us a bit of those that you've worked with, maybe shared a stage with, as Burning Spear. Who have you worked with? And what I noticed though, for reggae artists, at least with you, when I listen to most of your songs, you don't do these features, do you, as a reggae artist, where you're featuring another artist on your song? You don't do that much?
No, I don't do that.
You don't do that, okay.
No.
So, but who have you worked with, some of the big names that we know?
I work with various artists, when it comes to tour, that's when we really meet each other.
Yeah.
And to name the kind of artists or the amount of artists I really share stage with, it's a lot.
It's a whole lot.
It's a lot, and this is how it goes. We all share the stage together. Some artists don't really reach the distance where they can tour, when some reach it. So we work together. We share stage. We do a lot of things musically together. But let's not forget, my beginning is through Bob. That's where Burning Spear gets started from. If it wasn't for Bob, possibly I wouldn't be here reasoning with you today.
Very true. How did you come up with the name Burning Spear, and why?
The name Burning Spear is coming from way back. I was living in City Kingstown, Industrial Terrace off Spanish Town Road. And there was this man called Naya. And Naya heard I man singing, just singing out.
Yeah.
And I remember Naya came up to Iman and said, "You sound like Burning Spear." I said, "I sound like Burning Spear." And I said, "Who is Burning Spear?" He told me that Jomo Kenyatta.
Oh.
Is Burning Spear. So he said, he think a name like that would really fit me, based upon the songs what I am singing. And I said, Jomo Kenyatta? And I said, I never heard of Jomo Kenyatta. And then he started to tell me the story. Jomo Kenyatta is from Kenya, the first Republican president. So the English, they dominate Kenya. So he rise up and get rid of the English. And not only getting rid of the English, he removed all the trees what were planted by the English.
Whoa.
And plant his fresh tree. He turned the soil over and plant fresh grass.
Wow.
So showing the English that he's in control of Kenya. But let's not forget, Africa was dominated by various kind of people.
Yeah.
Way before us. So that's where the name coming from. Burning Spear is coming from Kenya through Jomo Kenyatta as the first Republican president for Kenya.
Yeah.
That's where the name is coming from.
Okay. Now you've had an incredible recognition through 2 Grammy awards that you've gotten. What did those awards mean to you personally, and how did they affect you professionally? Maybe the trajectory of your career. How did it change, if anything, because of the Grammys? Did they do anything different for you?
Well, the Grammy basing upon your works. That's why you have judges and people who vote. So at some time, they thought the best album, as the first time winning a Grammy, they thought the best album was my album. The second time was the same thing. They thought my album was the best album. You know, so I ended up winning 2 Grammy.
But you've been nominated numerous times as well.
Yeah,
So
I've been nominated a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know, as an artist, when you're nominated, you still have to give thanks, even though you don't win.
Yeah.
You know, at least you're nominated.
Yes.
You're in the park.
Yes.
You know, so I need to go on and on and on and on.
Speaking of going on and on, though, you did take a break. You did retire at some point.
Oh,
What was happening that time?
oh yeah. What really happened after working, going back and forth on the road for so many years? My wife think the time was right to come off the road, come home. You know, and I take a good look at it, and I think she was right. And after being home and they're not doing anything musically like touring, but still active, going back and forth into the studio. I always creating music, for that's what I hear, is music. So even when I'm not touring, I'm working on music. So she think the time was right to stop. And then she came back also and said, maybe I should go out there and do a little show here and there. You know, so between my wife and my sister-in-law, Marcy, she's out there, they say they think the time is right to come back. Yeah. So I came back for the people.
Yeah.
So by coming back for the people, this is where it brings me. Yes, I've been to Africa, you know, a few times.
Yeah.
But it wasn't so spread out. It was like, you know, a few places and then back home. So when my sister-in-law said to me, maybe we should go Africa, not for 1 show or 2 shows, but go to Africa and go different places through Africa. So I listened to them and I came. So coming back on the road is between my wife and my sister-in-law.
Okay. No, and we're happy they did, because now you're in Zambia. Otherwise, we'd never have watched you.
You're right.
Yeah, yeah. But working with your wife, though, how has it been, though? Most people have a problem working with the wife. You know, for for these works that you do, like tours that you do. I only know very few. Like in Zambia, there's Michael Zulu, one of the guys, that the gentleman you meet. He works a lot with his wife, that puts her sister D. So you work with your wife. Your wife manages you. How has that been? How has that helped you as well?
Oh, good. For, you know, we kept it in the family.
Yeah.
You know, it's like some time ago I will be working for different people and it would be ups and downs.
Yeah.
And things wouldn't be taken care of the way it should. You know, and when she came in and we started to work together, you know, by honing what we own as it was great. Things was more easier than working for agent. You know, when working for agent, it's too much ups and downs. But we work as a family and we work as one. So we have all the proper understanding about everything, how to go about, do this and do that, and how to say yes from not saying no. You know, so working with my wife, without my wife, possibly I wouldn't be here today.
True, true. You've been everywhere. You've been around the world. But just give us some of the highlights, maybe that you come to you to say, you know what, when I was in this place, when I was in Amsterdam, when I was in Zimbabwe, just as when you sit down with your wife at times, you're just talking. Which live concerts come to mind most of the time? Because I know Zambia will, but before Zambia.
It's so much. It's hard for a high man to say this one or that one. You know, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of ups and downs when you're on the road.
Yeah.
You know, and something you would expect would happen and it just don't happen. And expectation is a hell of a thing, you know. But regardless, everything went good. And what happened, it was ordained to happen. Maybe if these things didn't happen, I wouldn't be here today. So it's an experience, you know.
I like how you just seemingly accept whatever happens because. Wow. Okay. Now let's talk about some of your songs, though. I know artists. I've spoken to a lot of artists, and they always say, when I ask them which one is your favorite song, for instance, or which one means a lot than the other, they were always like, no, these are all my babies, so I don't have a favorite. But what about you, though? Or what is the people's favorite, if not your favorite? Which one do you sing last? Which one do you introduce yourself with? How does that work?
You just speak the word. You know, I don't have a favorite, to be honest with you.
There you go.
You know, but I'm the singer. Do I have a favorite? Many times I question myself and ask myself if I have a favorite. And I just can't see. And you know, but it is no favorite in my works. My works is all about the people. So I'm not going to break it down and say this is favorite, that is not favorite. If we're going to speak about favorite, then everything is favorite.
Okay.
The key is that you're working for the people. And you're going to be working for different people in different countries at different time.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about as you're traveling, though. Do you do a research, for instance, like you're coming to Zambia? Which song are Zambians more excited about, or how has it been as you tour? You just go in with your own lineup and perform because you've got too many songs. So I'm thinking, how do you pick which ones you're going to sing where?
No, I don't pick a song where I'm going to be singing the song. The song I sing here, I will be singing the same song over there. But there's a lot of songs, as you say.
Yeah.
So sometimes you might not get the time to sing all the songs.
Yeah.
So you just go with the flow. You know, so by going with the flow, you never can tell. But there's a lot of songs to be sung.
How many songs have you written?
How
many songs do you have? Do you know?
You mean
number of songs?
to sing?
No. Just the songs that you have.
How many songs I got?
Yeah.
Woo, that's a lot of songs. Man, this is going to take me a long time to count.
Oh, wow.
There's so many songs.
Okay.
You know, you have, remember it's from 1969, you know.
Oh.
It's a lot of songs. I myself, to be honest, I don't even remember some of my songs. Like, it's so many songs, you know.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, you know, some good songs were written.
Yeah.
You know, and when I write a song like One Africa, when I write a song like Slavery Days, when I write the song and sing the song Slavery Days, I shook the world universal. But no one wasn't thinking a song like that could be written or sing. Nobody throughout the whole world wasn't thinking a song like Slavery Days could be written and sing. Slavery Days? Who gonna sing about the days of slavery? You know, maybe someone would scare or feel that something might happen bad to him by singing a song by the name of Slavery Days. So as I say, no one know that a song like that will be written and sing. When I did that song, I shook the world universal. Do you remember the days of slavery? That's big, that's heavy.
Yeah, that's big, yeah.
But remember the days of slavery, so many things has taken place. But regardless the days of slavery, I came and I said, don't look back on your losses, Africa. Don't look back now. Only if we come together, we can gain more than what we lost.
That's deep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The time we're going to take, look back, that's the time we're supposed to be moving forward. For no force is stronger than the people together. No force or no voice is stronger than the people together. If the people is not together, stay put. For together is strength, together is unity, together is a spiritual force where no one cannot interfere with. And if you don't got all these things, what I say together, don't do anything. Just sit back and wait. But no force is stronger than the people together. Don't look back on your losses, Africa. Don't look back now. The loss is already gone.
Yeah.
So we need to come together so we can gain more than what we lost.
True. You look very fit.
Huh?
You look very fit.
Okay, thank you.
And you're 79? Yeah. You very, very fit. So I'm wondering your diet, what do you do? Do you exercise? How do you keep looking good?
Fitness came from your mind. If your mind told you that you're not fit, then you're not fit. I used to be an exercise freak.
Yeah?
Yeah. I will be running out 14 miles a day, 3 days a week. When I'm going to be touring, that's part of my exercise early on. 14 miles, 3 to 4 days a week.
Wow.
So I prepare myself to go on the road and to work. So by doing all these exercises, possibly that's why I look the way I is.
I saw you once, one of the concerts, they captured you going on stage. Like just the first time, like now they're calling on you to go on, and you're there doing a bit of boxing, shadow boxing as you're going up. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe he loves to exercise.
Yeah, when I was growing up, I used to go to this boxing place. I was young, and play around, and I didn't think I need to be a boxer, but unfortunately I used to go to the gym and do my exercise, punching bag and stuff like that, a lot of skipping and soccer, and these are the things what kept me going from that time. I still juggle my ball. I still skip my rope. Yeah.
What about your diet, though? Is there anything special that you eat or don't eat?
I'm a very picky eater, sir.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I'm a very picky eater, to be honest. When it comes to eat, I have a problem.
Good thing you're on the road with the madame, so she would know. Okay, so you're very picky with your food.
Yeah, to be honest.
I believe Rastas don't eat meat, red meat. I think is that a true thing? Is it something you follow? Is it just a meat?
A lot of man or people don't eat certain food. I'm a fish man.
Okay.
I love my fish and other food, But I will, once the fish is good, I will eat fish every day.
we got fish here called bream.
Yeah,
it's called bream. You'll love that one.
You think I will love that one?
I think you will. Yeah, I'll come to your concert and I'll ask you whether you enjoyed the bream. Michael Zulu and Jack Benning Youth will make sure you test the bream. But it's very nice fish. That's our delicacy.
Yeah.
Okay, but you, again, that's another thing, though. You've done all these concerts. One would think that you're making a lot of money, which I would say you're modestly making a lot of money, but you live a simple life. You're not flashy, you're not the original artist that will make sure they've got that new shoe, that, swag everywhere. And Rasta men like to live this way. What is the reason for that? Why don't you want to, look posh? I'm feeling overdressed already just sitting next to you. Like, why did I even bother?
I never think in that way to look flashy or look dressy. I just want to look like me. I don't want to look like me. I can go places and don't create no big excitement. When it comes to garments, I will just wear my sneakers, my trackers, my T-shirt, my peak, and
Yeah.
But then again, I can look different if I want to.
I've seen you though on stage. You do look different. But still, you keep it simple. You just you're not loud.
Yeah. T-shirt, jeans, shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can get dressed in my suit and stuff like that. I got all these things.
Yeah.
But I don't really fussy about it. Even when I was younger, I wasn't that kind of person who liked to look flashy and They will say clean cut.
Yeah.
You know, I just want look like me, but it's all about me. You know, and once I can identify me, you know, it's all right. You know, I don't want to look too different, isolate myself material-wise, or, you know, I don't need that, you know.
Do you think, though, that as I don't know if to say Africans, but do you think that we overly indulge where, you know, wanting to look good, spending so much time in what we look like as opposed to maybe what we are up here? Do you think there's a problem there, or is it's just a choice, a question of choice?
No, it shouldn't be a problem. We're talking about dressing.
Yeah,
you know,
driving Porsche cars and all that, big houses.
Nah, you were surprised to see what I drive. You know, maybe people might think I'm driving this most expensive car and stuff. You see burning spear, maybe chauffeur driven. No, I just drive a regular little car like everybody else. You know, sometimes I just walk, stretch my leg. You know, I don't believe in certain things. You know, which in all these things we spoke about is a part of life. You know, people choose to look good. You know, and people choose to look flashy, you know, drive a fancy looking car and stuff like that. I don't really look at it like that. You see, the most important thing to me in life, you go to your rest, you give thanks, you wake and see the next light, you give thanks again. That is very important.
Okay.
So by you doing that, a lot of good things can happen.
Okay. Your music is deeply rooted in Rastafarian principles, focusing on unity, peace, and spiritual upliftment. How did these values influence you, for instance? You know, I know you sing to the people, and you sing for the people. But is it you that are all these things an embodiment of who you are?
For me?
Yeah. Are you one who believes in peace? You know, upliftment, just unity. These are things that you solely believe in.
Yeah, those things you speak about, that's me. Yeah, I believe in that. You know, a lot of people may be thinking about burning spear in a different way, but burning spear is just a simple man. You know, Rastafari. I don't see anything wherein caught my eye that I will come out of line or start to do something different or try to look different. I don't see anything to distract me from being who I is and the way I should look. You know, I choose to look the way I look, and I choose to do the things what I do. As long as I'm doing the right thing, it's not a problem.
Okay, you know what I'm writing down here. I like how you say "who I is." Yeah, it's not your regular English, but you guys speak in Jamaica. You speak what is called patois, is it?
Well, they call it patois, yeah, but when we speak, the whole world can understand us. So we speak in a way wherein everyone can understand.
No, we do understand though, but it's just interesting and it's nice to listen.
Our yes is not different from your yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same yes, but maybe you speak it in the African way. Maybe you say yes in an African language where I wouldn't understand that you're saying yes. Yeah. You know, but it is what it is.
Okay, so Zambians are going to come out for you, that I can assure you, because a lot of people follow reggae, a lot of people follow Burning Spear. What would you say to the fans that are going to come and watch you perform? Because the first time in Zambia, yeah?
The first time.
Yeah.
They should be there. Once they is there, they will hear what I got to say. You know, what I got to say, I say it on the stage.
Okay.
You know, and I ain't saying anything crazy. I'm saying something where the people need to hear. You know, when I hit the stage for the people. and the people expect I to deliver to them, and it's my duty. You know, it's a job, it's a work. You know, I prepare myself not only to work for some people, I prepare myself to work for all the people. The show is what I'm supposed to do. I prepare myself to do the show for the people. Why? It's all about the people. Without the people, I wouldn't be able to hit the stage. You know, so the people cause I'm on to be here, the people cause I'm on to hit the stage, the people cause I'm on to deliver to them as the people.